All right, what we got going on today? We got some Sunday fun day, people. Come on. Now, today's a big day. It's starting a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? I had to go ahead and make a meal so I could make a meal. You know what I mean? So I had to make a meal earlier so I could eat that meal so I can make this meal now. That's how serious this is. That's how serious what we got going on now. This is a recipe that's been passed down from grandmother to grandmother and the grandmother to daughter gauntlet of what we like to call life. Now, okay, not really, okay, so this is something I kind of came up with and put together from YouTube videos and testing things out and all that kind of stuff because, you know, both my grandmothers, they were fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Neither one of them cooked a lick. Can you believe that? I suffered my whole life. Maybe that's why I like cooking so much, because I was so damn tired of eating terrible food, you know what I mean? So anyway, so here we are today. We're out here today, we're about ready to make something good, okay? Now let's go ahead and check out what that is. So hold on, come down here in a minute and check out what I got. All right, I got this crazy recipe, right? So come down here, check out what I got. A bunch of goodies all the way down here, all kinds of stuff. You got your bratwurst, you got your hamburger, you got your linguina Silvia Portuguese sausage, you got your smoked sausage, smoked. We got our other type of hamburger. We got our fresh tomatoes. Of course we got our Thai chilies, and we got our jalapenos. Now stay out of the shadow there, cameraman. All right. We got our onion. We got our, you know, garlic, salt, pepper, basil. We got some of this sounds like cilantro in there. I don't know if we're going to use cilantro. I don't know, maybe. Oh, we got all our other spices too. And also, here's the meal that I just made. This pizza right here. At home. A fantastic pizza. Now I'll try to throw that picture of the pizza I made earlier up in the corner. So you see, I'm not just fibbing. I went all Italian today. You know, all Italian. I started growing hair in places I didn't even know I could grow hair. But anyway, so today we're gonna make fantastic spaghetti. A little bit of that heat on the pizza got me. I like it when it does that. A little bit of spicy. But here we go. All right. Then back here you can see I got all our soldiers ready to go. Okay. Got all our tomato sauce soldiers. And then, you know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these today. Little spiral noodles. Now, I love using these because they hold all the sauce in there, okay? And it keeps holding the sauce good and you get it like, oh, so good. Don't even bother. All right. And then we want to have, it's starting to get to holiday time, people. So we got to go ahead and get our whiskey, okay? Because we're going to make some Irish whiskey. Now, we might not be doing that today, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm drinking in my Marge cup. Ooh, yeah, we got something going in there, a little extra kick, okay? You got to stay lubricated when you're doing this kind of stuff, people. Have a good time, have some fun, you know what I mean? So who's ready to get started with this? I know I am, so let's go. Now we're over here at the old, you know, oven, right? We got the range, we're ready to go. We're gonna cook it up good, okay? Now everybody knows my little guy, Pinky, okay? He's my little fella right here, my little cast iron skillet, all right? And everybody knows my big daddy, all right? This is my big daddy cast iron skillet. We're gonna use this to cook the meat. But, right, what are we gonna use to cook the sauce? Well, we using granddaddy, okay? This is granddad. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, I'm cooking for an army today, okay, people? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get the meat. Let me get them down for a second, all right? I'm doing my workout. I'm gonna get the meats going. We're gonna cook all the meats, get it all going, put it in there, cook the vegetables and the meat juices, because that's the way you gotta do it, right? Put that in there, add the sauce, then we're gonna get the sauce all going. It's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna have, I wouldn't be surprised if Italian immigrants should start showing up because of the great smells coming out of this kitchen. Let's go. All right, people, we're back over here at the good old range. We're cooking on a stove top, all right? I got my bratwurst that I'm taking out of the casing. You gotta take these fellas out of the casing, you know what I mean? You don't want that casing in there ruining your experiment. Now, these are gonna be our meatballs, okay? I got them in there with the old hamburger. They're going to town. We're gonna get after it. So come on now, let's get after this bad boy, yeah. All right, people, now we over here on Big Daddy. I got all my meats going. I just put the Portuguese sausage in there, and as you can tell, he's starting to get activated, and all the good old Portuguese sausage juices is coming out. We got our bratwurst in here, and we got our hamburger in here, so it's gonna be fantastic. Let's go ahead and transfer this over to Granddaddy, the Granddaddy pot. Come on now. All right, people, we're back here at the vegetable station, okay? Now remember, when we're talking about this, use that rule to ratio rule, that ratio rule. Rule to ratio, okay? Anyway, it's the rule about the ratios, okay? You go ahead and you use the 75% one size, 20% another size, and 5% another size. So when you're trying to put all these ingredients together, use that ratio, okay? 75%, 20%, 5%. And you pick out which ones you want. Usually it's based on texture or heat or intensity of flavor, but hey, that's part of the fun. You figure it out. Now we're over here, we're gonna cut all these kind of vegetables up, and you might be thinking, what, spaghetti with carrots and you got your onions, and what the hell you got going on over here? Well, this is how we're gonna make this fantastic spaghetti. So I'm about ready to chop all these up. I got my regular cherry tomatoes. Now you got to get the good ones that has some flavor. That's why I go with the cherry tomatoes. Like in my area, all the tomatoes that are bigger suck. You can't even taste them or anything. I don't know, my cameraman, come in here. You can't even taste them. You know what I mean? It tastes like water. So I go ahead and get the cherry ones and I get it going. Okay, get that fucking thing going. Now, I was talking to somebody the other day, Cartoonish Villainy. Now, shout out to Cartoonish Villainy if she's watching. And she said she really appreciates how I cook. And I said, hell yeah. She said, why did you start to cook like that? And I said, well, you know, it's funny. Back in the day, I was watching Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, you know, Gordon Ramsay. And I was like watching him and I was drooling, right? I'm sitting there drooling at all these things these people are making in their restaurants. And of course they suck, right? And the Ramsay comes in and shows them how to do it and they make something awesome. So I'm sitting there thinking, these people are fucking morons. If they're morons, then I must be able to make some kind of good food because I'm baseline moron myself. You know, we have that we got that in common. So I thought right then and there that I was going to go out and get me a Gordon Ramsay. And that's what I did. I went out and got me 5 or 6 Gordon Ramsay cookbooks and I just started making all the recipes. And after a while, you know, I kind of started to understand what the cooking thing was all about. So that's what I got going on here. A little bit of a Gordon Ramsay from 2000, whenever. Fast forward to now, and now we're just fucking throwing it down in the kitchen with the knives. We're making that fucking Italian spaghetti like nobody's business. So let's get after it. Come on. All right, people. Now here we are. We're back. All right. Now we're going ahead and we're getting these vegetables going. I got some peppers. I got some Anaheim peppers or banana peppers, some Phacelia peppers. We put all kinds of peppers in it because it tastes fucking good, okay? Now, the carrots is to add a little bit of sweetness to it without using the sugar and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, we might use a little bit of sugar. You got to have a little bit of that sweet, salty, and also we've got to make it spicy. Got to have it hot. Now, the idea here is we cut up our vegetables, the big ones, the ones that are going to take a while to fry. Then we're going to throw them in the skillet with the fat that we had rendered earlier from the hamburger, the tallow, okay? And we're gonna use that to fry it. We got a little bit of bratwurst tallow in there too, or lard or whatever you wanna call it. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw in our peppers and then finally our onions, okay? And at the very, very end, we're gonna throw in a little bit of our leafy vegetables just to get them a little bit hot, a little bit marinated or married up with the other flavors of that other vegetables. And we're gonna take all of that and then we're gonna put it in with our meat in the big granddaddy pot, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our sauce. So that's the game plan. Fingers crossed, let's make it happen. We're over here just getting these things nice and cooked, all nice and nice, okay? Gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to them in a second. Now I gotta show you something, man. Look at these salt and peppers. They're in my little Patron tequila. Yeah, you know you love that. Okay, we're gonna add a little salt. 2 pinches. Little pinch of pepper, 2 pinches. All right, we're gonna get these guys nice and sauteed. And then we're gonna get them transferred over. And then next I'm gonna do the onions and the garlic, or the garlic and the onions rather, okay? Let's go ahead and get those processed. All right, whoop. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our entire clove of garlic. We're gonna get her going over here. That's what we're gonna get going, okay? Got my garlic rock. We're about ready to mash it up, okay? And it's still crying from all the onions we just did, peeled and cut and chopped. It's been a real sad day over here in Onion Town. Here we go, here we go. Getting all them garlics out. Get them going, get them going. You gotta have a lot of garlic in your spaghetti, man. Who don't like garlic? Vampires, that's who. Vampires are fucking crazy. All right, now people, now we're in here. If you hear any music in the background, that's Ryan Harkness. We got a show on right now as we're cooking. Can you believe that? Sunday Funday, we got Ryan Harkness about ready to throw the garlic in there. Now I'm getting the garlic done first because you got to saute that garlic, and then we got to throw in the old onions right away. So come on, let's get after it. Get them bad boys sauteing. You're getting the onions in there now, boy. You got to mix them all in with that Portuguese sausage juice and that bratwurst juice and the hamburger juice, and get it nice and fried with them garlic. Come on now, let's go. Look down now. Ooh, it smells so good. All right, people, come on in here. Come on, we got the Sunday Funday. We're still crushing over here. It's getting late. I got to get this done. Now, what I got to do is I got to chop up all these tomatoes, and then we got to season them. Then we got to go ahead and heat them up and then mix them in with all our other vegetables. Now, you have to always season your tomatoes. What does that mean? Salt and pepper. If you don't do it, then you're not doing it right. So come on. Season them tomatoes. Boom. So I got them all cut up, all the nice little cherry tomatoes. Now we got to go ahead and season them. We got to go ahead and throw down some of that salt in there. Got to get them all nice and seasoned, right? Got to get all those surfaces salted up, because these guys just absorb salt, right? Got to get some pepper in there too. Get some pepper. I got about 3 or 4 packs of these bad boys in here. And you got to crunch them up a little bit, all that good stuff. Get all the juices going. It's all good, all good, all good. Then we're going to go ahead and throw them in the skillet with some of that good old hamburger bratwurst juice and get it all juicy. Look at me. All right, don't move it so fast now. Move it slow when you gotta move it. Now, check this out. We're gonna add a little bit of this juice right here, with some of that beefy juice with a little bit of that pork fat in it. Then we're gonna go ahead and put some of our tomatoes in there. Now we're gonna stew these tomatoes just a little bit. All right, we gotta get the heat activated on them, get them going, get them nice and, you know, slathery, okay? The heat is the ticket, people. The heat is what makes everything work flavor-wise, okay? Now, I forgot one thing, okay? I gotta get my celery in there. You gotta have good celery, like celery seed and real live celery. So that's what I got going on down here, sauteing. And then we're gonna put it in the Big Daddy pot. Check out what we got going on in here. This is where the magic happens. All right, people, we're at that magical spot right here where we're about to get into the granddaddy action. We're gonna pull all this together. I had to get my granddaddy spoon out from my granddaddy pot with all my good stuff in here. Look at that, boom, we got all kinds of good stuff. Granddaddy spoon's good because you can reach everywhere. If I gotta spank you way over there, slap you right over there, stir you over here, I got you, okay? So we got all our good stuff going on in here. Doesn't that look good? That looks like a party right there, waiting to happen. All right, now we're gonna add the diced tomatoes, and we're gonna add the tomato sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and make that happen, right? All right, let's gonna get to this right here, okay? First one's gonna be some diced tomatoes, come on. Simby, come on over here. Throw this in there. I'm throwing in all my basil and all my cilantro. Yeah, we do a little bit of cilantro around here. We're in Southern California, people. We put cilantro on everything, okay? Now we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that in there, and we're gonna get going. We're gonna start to spice it up. Then we're gonna bring it up to temperature. I got my 2 burners going on it right now on the granddaddy pot. That's why it's called the granddaddy pot, because he can take 2 burners. That's right. So we got him going on. Then we're gonna throw in the salt and pepper to taste, and then we're gonna add a little bit of whatever else we need to do, but then some heat. We add the heat at the end to make sure we don't make it too hot, because I've been there. I done that. I made it too damn hot. And you don't want to have yourself 10 gallons of spaghetti sauce. That's too fucking damn hot. That's lava spaghetti sauce. And you ain't never gonna eat that. Or maybe you are. Maybe you give it away and say fuck you to your neighbor. I don't know, but let's get out. Now here we go, about to throw it in there, them basil. Ooh, that basil smells so good. Man, you cannot make Italian food without basil. Now, I know this is a little bit crazy. We're a little bit crazy around here. We're adding a lot of other things that, you know, your typical spaghetti probably don't even have. And I don't even know if it's spaghetti more technically. I mean, it's a meat sauce. We got all kinds of meat. We got that, we got hamburger. We got the German bratwurst. We got the Portuguese sausage. That's fantastic. You know, we got all that in there. And then, you know, we got some chilies in there. We got some peppers in there. Don't forget about the carrots for the sweetness. You know, so we got the, you know, the garlic and the onion, and we got a lot of stuff in there. I don't even know if it's still technically spaghetti. If you know what this is, throw it down in the comments. If it's something original, maybe it's like a bolognese or I don't know. I'm just throwing out Italian words right now. Somebody help me. Go ahead and you gotta get the double stir, like you're going ahead and going down the river in your fucking river raft, right? Or your canoe or whatever. You're gonna paddle it. Maybe I should get a paddle for next time. I don't know. But look how good that looks. Woo-wee. And the smell, it has put me in a state of heaven right now. State of fucking heaven. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we were just gotten off watching some of that Ryan Harkness show. And I tell you, I love that Ryan Harkness guy. If you ain't following him, go follow him, okay? He's coming back to YouTube. He's going to do the TikTok. The guy is a musical genius. Now, it's getting late around here, so I had to turn on my other light. It's starting to get a little bit cold, too. Autumn's setting in. I'm thinking about putting on a short sleeve shirt instead of my tank top. You know what I mean? Starting to catch, I don't want to catch a cold out here. Now, I want to put in my oregano. Now, for the Big Daddy, Granddaddy pot, we got to use big-ass spoons, okay? So we got to put in some more oregano. We're going to go ahead and put some of that in there right like that. Yeah, a little bit more maybe. Nope, a little bit more. All right. And then what we're going to do is, I almost put too much of that oregano in there. I got yelled at. But here we go. I got the rosemary right here. Is that too much? It might be. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do that. Now I like to go ahead and pinch it up a little bit. Break it up, break it up, break it up. And then throw that rosemary right in there. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Get a little bit more. Crunch it up, crunch it up, crunch it up. Throw that rosemary right in there. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you want to put some anise in there. The anise really fucking brings out the flavor. It tastes fucking good. Now, this is the anise powder. I'm going to see if we got that anise seed. I think, ooh, that smells good. We're going to go ahead and go with the anise powder. Though. Man, makes my mouth water just thinking about it. Got the shakes. Got the shakes. All right, we'll go ahead and start with that much right there, and we'll go ahead and put it on there. Yeah, a little bit more maybe. Go ahead and put it on there. Now that's the thing, is when you're doing the big granddaddy pot, I mean, these are some volumes you ain't never played before. It's like the first time you get yourself a pair of double D boobies. You know what I'm saying? You get all excited about it. You don't know what you can do with it. Come on. Now we're standing over here, we're watching this, we're letting this come up to temperature, because then we got, when it gets up to temperature, all the flavors are gonna marry together. When you're a big chef, you gotta say marry a lot. And then we're gonna figure out how much of these Thai chilies we gotta chop up and put in there, okay? Now, like I said, I got them habaneros too, but last time I blew shit out with them habaneros now, I got scolded for a long time. I got the mark of the cross, the black cross put on me. I got defiled, and everybody said, don't make no more spaghetti for a whole year. Well, that year's up now, and I'm back, and I'm gonna make some spaghetti. But don't tell nobody, because I do have habaneros too. Here we go, people. Come up here, cameraman. Come on, it's time to get to eat. Can't you tell it's already nighttime around here? So we're gonna come right here and get some of these good old noodles. Look at those. Those noodles are... Now, y'all better know how to cook noodles, because I ain't gonna show you how to do that. Come on, don't be retarded. We get a nice little heaping of noodles right there. Oh, you know, the spirals are so good because they hold all that sauce. Let me go ahead and throw that down here. Go ahead and get me this little... Oh, look what we got over here. And then a big granddaddy pot. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that, so good. Oh, how rich that is, okay? Let me get me a little, ooh yeah. Look at that, look at that. Look at that, one more. Oh. Oh yeah, okay, now let's go over and give it a try. Come on now. All right, we ran late tonight. But here is our reward. Look at this, oh. That spaghetti looks amazing. Okay, we got some dinner rolls over here, but we ain't interested in them. We're interested in what's going on right here. Look at this. Now I could put some little Parmesan cheese on it, but I didn't want to ruin it for you. Okay, I want you to see what's going on right here. We got all kinds of goodies up in here. Got the celery, got the Portuguese sausage. Woo, we got the Thai chilies in there. We got everything. The bratwurst. We got the fantastic peppers. We got everything in there. Got the Now I know why Italian people are so fat. So good. Now people, you better make this. This is so good. Yeah, here now. I'm gonna eat the rest of it.